Welcome to our channel Learn and Apply. I am Abrar Hussain, and in our today's tutorial we will explore in details how to conduct situation analysis, needs assessment and baseline studies for different sectors project. The key contents that we will cover in this video tutorial. First, we will start with objectives and why these studies are important. Then we will explore what is situation analysis, needs assessment and baseline. What are the key difference between these different types of studies, and will also provide you examples from different sectors, key components of needs assessment, situation analysis and baselines, and examples from different sectors. What are the key steps to conduct situation analysis, needs assessment or a baseline study, and will also provide practical examples for each step and different analysis and reporting. We will also do a quiz and a reflection activity, and then at the end I will provide you some additional resources. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more tutorial on project management and development. If you have any questions or need further assistance, leave a comment below. Also feel free to leave any feedback or suggestions for topic you would like us to cover in future tutorials. All the materials and templates used in this video tutorial are available in a folder. Link is given in the description of the video on YouTube. Stay with me till the end. We will discuss some very good practical example. We have already uploaded a numerous video tutorial like this one: monitoring, result-based management, how to improve your skills, how to develop project proposal in response to RFPs and TORs, and some data analysis tutorial. If you haven't watched these video tutorial, the links are given in the description. You can watch and improve your skills. The objectives of this tutorial are to guide you through the systematic process of conducting a situation analysis, needs assessment or a baseline study. Provide actionable steps and examples that can be directly applied to projects in different sectors like education, health, water protection and others. We will walk you through the step-by-step process of a situation analysis, needs assessment or a baseline study, providing practical examples and activities to help you apply these techniques in your projects. In this video series on conducting situation analysis, needs assessment and baseline studies, we have divided the content into three parts to ensure a comprehensive understanding and minimum length of the video. Situation analysis, baseline studies and need assessments are critical activities during the project planning phase. They serve as a foundational steps to identify existing conditions, gaps and requirements. Understanding the context and needs of your project and target population or community is crucial for designing effective intervention and success of your project. Whether you are working in education, healthcare, wash protection or any other sector, this is basically the first step to successful project planning, and this is the most important stage of project management cycle. Situation analysis, needs assessment or baselines are conducted to understand the current context, challenges and opportunities before designing a project, and to understand the current state of a community or a sector or a project intervention. It involves collecting and analyzing data to identify the root causes of issues and the needs of the target population. These type of situation analysis, needs assessment or baselines are crucial for ensuring that the intervention you are going to plan are relevant, effective and sustainable. These studies are foundational processes leading to better project planning. This is basically the initial stage of project management cycle. In this video tutorial, we have added some activities for you to keep the content engaging and to help you understand each content. You can pause the video and take a moment Reflect on a project you are currently involved in. How will you understand the context and needs of your target population? Are there any gaps in your knowledge about the community you are serving? What steps can you take to deepen your understanding of their needs? A second activity for you is in the comment section below, share the sectors you are currently working in or interested in and what you hope to achieve through this tutorial. Your insights and your comments will help us tailor the content to better meet your needs and provide valuable context for others in the community. Here is a table summarizing the key difference, definition, purpose, components, and examples from different sectors for situation analysis, needs assessment, and baseline studies. Here on this side, you can see the different aspects, and on this side, the different types of studies. Let's first look at the brief definition. Situation analysis, as you can see here, is assessments of current condition and context. Need assessment is basically a process to identify and evaluate needs, and baseline study is to establish initial conditions for measuring progress. Here you can pause this video and see the key components in these different types of studies and some examples from health, education, and WASH for these different types of studies. Think about a recent project you were involved in. Consider what kind of situation analysis was done, if any, and how it influenced the project design. Note down the key challenges you identified and how you address them. Do share in the comments. The key components of a need assessment situation analysis or baseline study are crucial for understanding the current state of a project area in determining the needs and gaps that must be addressed. These components are objective setting, data collection, stakeholder engagement, SWOT analysis, gap analysis, prioritization, and then reporting. So these are basically the key components of a situation analysis baseline or a needs assessment study. Let's discuss some practical example related to these components for these different types of studies. In education sector, the key components for these type of studies are data collection, conduct surveys to gather information on school attendance, literacy rates, and availability of educational material. Then the stakeholder consultation would be to meet with school administrator, teachers, and parents to discuss educational challenges and needs. The gap analysis component in education sector would be to analyze the data to identify gaps such as insufficient textbooks or lack of trained teacher. The next component is prioritization. So in education sector, this component could be to prioritize the gaps based on urgency and impact, such as addressing shortage of textbooks before focusing on classroom infrastructure. Here are some examples of these components in the health sector to collect data on healthcare access, disease prevalence, and existing healthcare facilities through health surveys and report. Stakeholder consultation, we will need to consult with healthcare providers, local health department, and patients to understand health services deficiencies. The gap analysis component in health sector would be to determine gaps such as a lack of medical supplies or insufficient healthcare facilities. And then the prioritization component in health sector would be to prioritize health needs such as improving access to emerging medical services over non-urgent needs. In a WASH sector, the examples of these components would be survey on water access, sanitation facilities, and hygiene practice, engaging with community leaders and local residents to identify water and sanitation issues, identifying gaps such as insufficient clean water sources or inadequate sanitation facilities, and then focus on critical needs like providing clean drinking water before addressing secondary issues. In a protection sector, the data collection component would be to gather data on incidents of violence, protection risks, and availability of protective services. Similarly, stakeholder consultation, you will need to work with local NGOs, community groups, and affected people to understand protection concerns. Identifying gaps such as lack of safe space for survivor of violence or insufficient legal support services, and then to prioritize addressing immediate protection needs like creating safe shelters. You can pause the video, you can see a detailed overview of each component under these different types of studies like need assessment, situation analysis, or baseline. On this side, you can see the components, and here you can see the different types of studies and their details and examples. Here also you can see some more practical examples of these different sectors and the different components of need assessment, situation analysis, or baseline studies. Let's review some practical examples of situation analysis, needs assessment in baseline studies in different sectors. In education sector, in a rural area, a situation analysis might reveal that while school exists, attendance rates are low due to economic barriers such as the need for children to work. The analysis might also uncover a lack of qualified teachers leading to poor educational outcomes. The key data points for a need assessment, baseline, or situation analysis in education sector: school attendance record, dropout rates, teachers' qualification, and community attitudes towards education. Here is an example from health sector. In a health project aimed at reducing maternal mortality, a situation analysis could show that although health facilities are available, they are underutilized due to a lack of trained staff, inadequate supplies, and cultural barriers that prevent women from seeking care. The key data points for this could be health facility assessments, maternal mortality rates, availability of medical supplies, and community health practices. These could be your key data points for this type of analysis in a health sector. For a wash sector, a situation analysis in a flood-prone area might find that while there is access to water sources, the water is contaminated, leading to high rates of waterborne diseases. The analysis might also identify insufficient sanitation facilities and poor hygiene practices as contributing factors. The key data points for this: water quality test, incidence of waterborne diseases, availability of sanitation facilities, and community hygiene practices. In a protection sector, in a conflict affected region, a situation analysis might reveal that children are at risk of recruitment by armed groups due to a lack of protection services. It could also show that women and girls face high levels of gender-based violence with limited access to legal and psychosocial support. The key data points for this could be reports of child recruitment, cases of gender-based violence, availability of protection services, and legal aid resources. Sector-specific consideration. Different sector requires tailored approaches to situation analysis and needs assessment. For example, in education, we must focus on school enrollment rates, literacy level, and teachers' qualification. And health, our focus should be to consider health services availability, disease prevalence, and access to healthcare. In a wash sector, we need to assess water quality, sanitation facilities, and hygiene practices. Similarly, in a protection sector, examine risks to vulnerable population, legal frameworks, and protection services. These were some sector-specific consideration. While conducting these assessments, you must consider these different points. Here comes the most important part. Key steps to conduct situation analysis needs assessment are a baseline. On this slide, I will show you the key steps that you can follow for these different types of assessments. We will discuss each step in detail. Step number 1 is preparation and planning, defining the purpose, scope, and objective. Then step number 2 is to gather background information, secondary data, and stakeholder engagement. The third step is then to develop assessment tools and methodology. The fourth step is then to conduct data collection using a mix of qualitative and quantitative methods. And then the fifth step would be to analyze the data and interpret. This final step is to develop report, findings, and actionable recommendations. Here is an activity for you. Outline these steps for a project you are currently planning or managing. List them and share those in the comments with us. So far in this tutorial, we discussed objectives, why these assessments are important. Then we discussed what is situation analysis, needs assessment and baseline, and also I provided you different examples. And then we discussed key components of a need assessment, situation analysis or baseline, and key steps to conduct situation analysis, needs assessment or a baseline. So as I mentioned earlier that we have divided this tutorial in different parts. So this was the content of part 1. I will upload part 2 soon. In the part 2, we will explore each step to conduct a situation analysis, need assessment or baseline study in detail. I will give you some practical examples for each step and different analysis techniques also. And then in the second part, we will also do a quiz and reflection activity, and also I will provide you additional resources. All the materials and templates used in this video tutorial are available in a folder. Link is given in the description of the video on YouTube. I hope this tutorial helps you conduct successful assessments. Thank you for watching part 1. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more tutorial on project management and development. Your engagement is valuable to me. If you have any questions or need further assistance, leave a comment below. Also feel free to leave any feedback or suggestions for topic you would like us to cover in future tutorials. Have a great day. See you in the next video part 2 of this series. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share.